I want to talk on the topic of getting the most out of BFCM. It's one of the most crucial time of the year, and if you missed it, you're gonna have to wait till next year. So, really trying to make this entire presentation about how do you squeeze the most juice out of it. So, there'll be a couple things that I will cover, but first, let's go over a little self introduction. So, who am I? My name is Jason Wong, and I founded Doe Beauty. It's a eye beauty company that makes comfortable eye products. And so far, I've operated dozens of brands in the 7 and 8 figure range, either for myself or for my clients. And I've really been known about my growth tactics that I use without sacrificing the branding. There's a lot of people that would try to scale and grow your brand, but at the sacrifice of losing a connection with your customers, losing that branding. I want to do all that without sacrificing anything. So that's really what I'll be also covering today. So let's prepare for BFCM 2021. And we only have a short amount of time together. So we're going to run through this, but happy to answer questions offline if you guys need me to. There are really 4 pillars that I want to cover today. It is the pre-campaign offers. How do you set that up? How do you reactivate your existing customers? Looking at other audience, locking the audience into the offer. Like, how do you keep them into this circle to make sure that they're going to come back and actually engage with you on BFCM? And also, how do you increase the AOV during BFCM, which is really, really crucial. So, why should we go after the existing customers? Why not go after new customers? Well, the reason is that acquiring a new customer can actually cost 5 times more than retaining an existing customer, meaning that if you're already afraid of the increasing ad costs during Q4, then it's going to get even more expensive during Q4. So why not go after people who already know your brand, already been through your funnel, and that are willing to re-engage with your brand? Increasing your customer retention by 5% can also increase your profits from 25 to 95%. And obviously, this is a very broad range. But the same idea is that if you're able to get them to come back, they're likely to spend a lot more money with you. That's something that I've seen with my brands and the brands that I have consulted for. And generally, just a lot more easier to sell to them. The success rate is a lot higher. And the reason why you want to do this is because the cost to acquire customers has never been any higher. So that's really my 4 reasons to go after your existing customers. So here are your pre-campaign preparations. All right. I put out these 5 different roles, and I'm going to elaborate on them individually. I want you to start shifting your acquisition offer away from the discount. A lot of brands today, whenever you go onto their website, they're like, hey, 10% off discount, give me your email, 15% off. And they start doing all these discounts throughout their entire email and SMS funnel. I want you to start shifting away from that right now, because you do not want to give your consumers the idea that you're going to discount all the time. You actually want to shift the discount and the offer away from monetary and into exclusivity, a free item, or a giveaway entry. And all these things are not really a percentage discount, even though it is somewhat of an incentive for them. And you want to shift the narrative that you're a discount brand, away from the discount brand, that you're actually a brand with a lot of value that they need to get in, and that being the first to get an item or being the first person to get the free item is actually worth a lot more than discounting. You want to also give a bigger offer to people that bought last BFCM, because the acquisition for them is going to be a lot lower, and that their AOVs tend to be a lot higher. So give them a bigger offer to get them to come back. And the last 2 thing is collecting customer data anywhere you can, all right? Whether that is making a quiz on your website to ask more about their personal attributes, get some zero-party data, SMS, mobile apps, emails, and even loyalty program, the ones that I use is Smile. You want to allow people to get into your ecosystem, own that customer data, and also the last thing I want to touch on is loyalty program. That's something that no one really talks about, but the best thing that is working for us right now is actually a loyalty program, just like a Starbucks app giving you points or stars for purchasing. People who are in this app and have points balanced in your stores right now are more likely to spend them during BFCM because they feel like they have free money in their account. So any actions that they take on your store, whether that is following your Twitter, making a purchase, following your social media, making an account, or referring to friends, all generates points for them. And you want to do this so that they have this points balance going into BFCM. And when the time comes, they're more likely to spend that point and also buy a lot more. So those are the 5 things that you need to do before BFCM. Now, the next thing I want to cover is re-engaging existing customers. Chances are when you're looking into your customer list or your email list and SMS list, there's going to be a lot of people that you have collected over the years, but only a small portion of them who are active and engaged. And those I define as someone who has clicked or opened our message in the past 30, 60 days, and people who have purchased in the last 180 days. You're going to notice that maybe only 25 to 30% of your list are actually people that fall into that category. But what about all these other people who are on your list and have not engaged? What are the ways for us to re-engage with them? Well, here's some of the things that I have done in the past little while. As in the past month, because we want to start doing this leading into Q4. The first thing that I did was running a large win-back campaign with customers who have not purchased from us but are on our list. We give them a really large incentive by first segmenting them on Klaviyo and PostScript, people that then opened 60 days, clicked in 90 days, or bought in 180 day. And we give them a super large discount that is unusual for our store. And the one that I did was 40%, and our usual discounts are like 15 to 20%. So 40% is huge for these shoppers. And that was actually one of our biggest days in Q3, was doing that re-engagement campaign. And I know that this wouldn't really hurt our existing customers, is because these are the people that wouldn't have touched us unless we give them that big discount. So you're really squeezing the juice out of the people who would have left, unsubscribed, or never clicked from you again. And one of the few bonuses that I'll give you on this campaign is that you can launch an exclusive merch collection with your branding to your existing customers and limit the quantity to 2 items before BFCM. So that way you can do one campaign with a discount and another campaign with just exclusivity that they couldn't get anywhere else. So be like, hey, I know you haven't been with us in a while, so we want to give you something special to come back. Here is a limited edition hoodie that we only made 100 of that you can get if you purchase right now. This brings them back into the brand without giving them a discount on it. So you can run a discount campaign, but you can also run a product exclusive campaign. The second thing is I have done in the past year is relaunching the above merch collection, the hoodie that I just talked to you about, during BFCM as a restock. So be like, hey, I know you couldn't get to it in the last email that I sent you, which is like a month ago. Here's a restock. Here's another 100. Try to get it now. So people who didn't get it last time will FOMO and buy it during BFCM. That's another way for you to increase your revenue. And then the last one is one of my favorite is a close friends feature used on Instagram. One of the things that we've done is creating a close friends community on our Instagram based on people that vote on our Instagram post. So what we'll do is say, hey, we have a super exclusive launch coming into BFCM that we want you to be part of. Click yes or no if you want to join our close friends circle. And we just manually go into every single person that clicked yes and add them to our close friends circle on Instagram. And for those of you that don't know, close friends circle is basically a feature that only people that you add into a particular group can see your story. So these are private stories. These are super exclusive, and they feel exclusive because the ring around your profile when you post something like that is green. And people typically don't get added to a close friends circle on a brand's on a brand's Instagram account. So they're actually a lot more motivated to join and be a part of it. And then moving forward, whenever you need to launch something during BFCM, whenever you need to do any particular campaign, posting on Close Friends Circle, you're going to see a lot higher conversion rate because people feel the incentive to go in and buy something that they're very, very private and exclusive and being a part of. All right. The next thing is, how do you lock in the customers? How do you make sure that these customers are going to come back and revisit you during BFCM? You can do all these campaigns telling them that they could get this and could get that, but during the Black Friday week, how do you make sure that they actually come back, right? So there's a few things you can do here. And the first thing is creating a landing page on your website and link it in your navigation bar. So starting today, what I would do is creating this landing page with a email and SMS collection form and put it in my link in my navigation bar. So anyone who visits my website can come on and see, oh, there's a place that I can sign up and log in my information for, or give them my email to notify me. You can also put in your incentives there and be like, if you put in your email today, we're going to give you first access to Black Friday 24 hours before anyone else, or we'll give you a special merch that will add to your order if you place an order while being on that list. And another thing that we did was on the third part here called Use Inventable. You ever been to a concert, you bought a ticket, and it says something like add to your calendar? And then that thing actually shows up on your calendar. And when the time comes, there will be a notification on your phone saying, hey, 10 minutes to go, and this event's about to start. Well, you can actually do the same thing for your marketing campaign. Not many brands have done this. We did it last year for Black Friday. It was actually incredibly successful because we were able to notify people who may have not checked their email, may not have checked their text, but they're going to see that event in their calendar and in their phone. So we use this app called Eventable to create an add to calendar button. And on our landing page, we put it right there, right below the sign up button, so that after they sign up, they can click add to calendar. And whenever that event's about to start, whether that is 8 a.m. in the morning or 7 p.m. in the night, they're going to get a notification that the event is about to start. Another thing that we've done recently was using this app called TapCart. TapCart allows you to create a Shopify store, but turning it into the mobile app. And what we found is that people who are on our app are typically the people who are super engaged, super loyal, and spends the most with us. And so by growing our mobile app subscribers, we're able to create a sense of community and exclusivity. And so that people who are in that are likely to stay there, and we can send push notification messages to them. So instead of sending an email or instead of sending an SMS message, we send them a push notification through our mobile app. And the last thing that we did was to log in our customers was to create an Instagram story highlight on our profile, linking it to our landing page that I just mentioned, and then promoting it on our Instagram stories twice a week leading to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. That way we can continuously loop people from our Instagram into our landing page, which gets them into our app or into our mobile or email subscriber list. All right, the next thing is, how do you increase AOV during BFCM? And this is going to be the last slide, but we're going to elaborate a little bit more into it. So here are the 5 tactics to increase your AOV during Black Friday. First is to create a holiday gift bundle at different price points. And the bonus is to make a giant one. I'll elaborate on this one in a bit. One of the things that we found is that during Black Friday, a lot of people are actually shopping for Christmas. So you want to make their gift presentable and giftable right off the bat. No one really wants to go out and gift wrap anymore. They want to buy something that has the wrap, has the rope, and has the ribbon on it already, so that they can give to their friends immediately and it looks very nice and presentable. So what we did was we create 3 separate bundles at different price points. One, something that is slightly below our AOV, one slightly above our AOV, and one drastically over, maybe even double or triple our AOV. And that is the giant one. And the logic behind making a giant one is that you want to go for people who are trying to shop for all of their friends in one single place, so that if they buy something for like $100, $200 with 10 or 15 items in there, they can just give to 10 or 15 of their friends without buying multiple products. So we're actually going for the discount shoppers when we're making a gigantic one. Most people think that the giant one is going for the people with the most money, but we found that the giant one is actually for people who are likely to break it all up into smaller gifts to give to all their friends because they simply don't have time, or they just don't want to go shop anywhere else and they want to buy something really, really cheap in one single place. The other thing was upselling a gift box on the product page. In terms of the gift box, there could be a couple ways to go about it. You most likely cannot gift wrap every single one of your products during Black Friday. So one of the things that we're doing at Dough right now is we're doing a gift pouch, like a stocking that people can buy and just simply slide their products in without gift wrapping, but it's still presentable. You can also sell gift boxes. You can sell anything that is a storage container, like a little storage unit that people can put your products in to gift to people immediately without gift wrapping. Um, the third thing was pushing gift cards in increments of 25, 50, 100, and 200. You can change this number depending on what your price point is. If you don't have anything under $25, then there's no point for you to make this, right? The reason why we're pushing gift cards is because there are times when people either cannot wait for shipping anymore, or they cannot, or they don't know what their friends wants to buy, but they know that their friends likes our brand. So we give them the option to buy gift cards and pushing them in these increments. You can do this in SMS or you can do this in email. I like to push gift cards after someone has been on our site, has been active during Black Friday, and they have not purchased. So people who are either abandoning cart and have not come back to purchase in like 5 or 6 days. We like to think of those people are tends to be people that come in, they like it, but they don't know what to get. So maybe they want to buy it later, and maybe they want to let their friends buy it later. So we sell them the gift cards if they have abandoned the cart for several days now. The fourth thing is we use this app called Rebuy, and we add Rebuy upsell widgets across multiple customer touchpoints. So that is the product page, the home page, the cart, the checkout page, and also post-purchase. This Rebuy app allows you to create upsell widgets across multiple touchpoints. And so we've been able to increase our AOV by 5 to 6% just by using Rebuy in each of these touchpoints. And so doing this during Black Friday is going to make you a lot more money than during the regular season. The last thing is I would use an app called Co-op Commerce and adjust the copy for gifting. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Co-op, Co-op is actually an app that redesigns the post-purchase experience. After someone makes a purchase on your store, take them through the Co-op Commerce experience to ask them survey questions. You can do upsells. You can create funnels for upsells, multiple steps funnels for upsells. You can actually cross-sell within your own stores, but also with other people's stores. So adjust a copy for gifting, because when you're trying to upsell people for during Christmas, you want to upsell them in a language to be like, hey, get more and make it look prettier, get more to make it more presentable, or get your friend an entire set of this product since you bought this. So make sure you adjust the copy, but also make sure that you redesign the post-purchase upsell experience, because this is truly very valuable and has made us a lot of money in doing so. And you guys probably saw this when I accidentally clicked my keyboard, but you can actually get my brand deck if you scan this QR code. My brand deck is 55 pages of all the things that I've learned while building a brand that you guys can have for free. A lot of stuff in there that I think is super valuable that I think you can also apply for BFCM. And that's it. Kind of my speed run through my BFCM presentation. What do you think, Kunle?
That is brilliant, and it was spot on time. And by the way, I'm on your brand deck right now. I just scanned the QR code, and it's, as usual, brilliant stuff. So my takeaway from yours, there were a ton of takeaways. Well, one, shift acquisition right now away from discounting. You don't want people to feel that you're cheap. Collect a lot of customer data right now, first party data, pixel data, email data. It all makes sense. I loved your talk, your comments around Smile for your loyalty program, the app, the landing page. There's just so much. I'll just go on and on and on. Relaunching your merch, collection rather than discounting was a very interesting one. And your the was it Eventable, I think, in terms of like your add to cart. Yeah. So Jason, you just keep on giving, and I would review these slides again, pass it on, circulate them, all around, because this is a blueprint essentially. So just want to thank you enormously for this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. These are like the secrets that we are applying for Dough. Like everything that you're seeing right now is everything that we're about to do
Yeah.
for Dough leading up to BFCM. We actually had our BFCM meeting last week. I
Right.
took it straight out of our meeting. Um,
Yeah.
but no, thanks for having me. Hopefully this has been helpful. I just want everyone to be prepared and be good leading into it. It's one of those things where if you miss it, it's you don't have it again until next year. So
Exactly.
really
Exactly.
prepare, really get into it. if you guys have questions, I'm always around to answer. Kinley's audience always finds me on Twitter for some reason, but I always answer any questions. So I got you guys.
Yeah, and you hopefully be around to comment, in over the conference right now.
Yep.
Hopefully, as
Yep.
people are here. So fantastic, Jason. Appreciate you as always. Best of luck with BFCYM or BFCM, and cheers for coming on Commerce Accel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Peace out.
Yeah. Cheers.